Good morning, YouTube. What is going on, everybody? Well, it is 3 a.m. I'm getting logged in here. It's been yeah, been a cold night. It's 28 degrees. Yep. And yeah, I'm sorry about that. But anyhow, yeah, we fixing to get out and do a walk around real quick. And then go inside and get our drinks and go from there. Yep. We got 675 miles to do today. Not counting the 120 to go to Waco, so yeah. If he sends me to Waco, I don't know. But anyhow, we fixing to get the show on the road. Let's go. Yeah, to be honest, I just got back in the truck. It ain't as bad this morning as it was yesterday. Nickel, I like to froze to death yesterday going inside to get something to eat, and I had put on my shoes and jogging pants and everything. And yeah, I just got out with my shorts and flip-flops and ain't too bad. But yep, we're gonna pull out of here, pull around to the pumps. And then go ahead and get something to drink and something to snack on. You know, one point yesterday afternoon, I went to sleep. I don't know, it's still daylight out. And somebody knocked on my truck for some reason. I thought I was crazy. You know, I jumped right up out the bed because somebody walked by and just tapped on the side of the truck. I guess as they was walking through to go inside. I don't know. But yeah, that's not cool. You don't know how long I've been there sleeping. You know, you messing up somebody's sleep schedule when you do shit like that. But anyhow, it is what it is. Yep. All right, folks. Well, I'm gonna run in here and get drinking all, and then I'll get back to y'all. All right, folks. Here we go. Yep. Yeah, I said it wasn't that bad. Well, it wasn't when I was over there in between all the trucks, but you got out here in the open and the wind catches. It's kind of cold. But yep. Here's all gravy. Now it's time for us to get on the road. And you know, I seen some flurries yesterday here whenever I went inside to get my food. But it never accumulated to nothing. It never followed through. That's a good thing. Right there was where I was parked. Yep. Anywho, turn that heat down some now. Oh yeah, it's flurrying right now. Yep, sure is. You look up at the lights, you can see the snow flurries. I don't know, if y'all can see it, but I can see it. Anywho, yeah, there's a little bit of white on the road. You see it on the shoulder right here? Not much. Anyhow, all right, I'll get back with y'all. If we can get on the big road, we got to go west. Yeah, I think it's about 10 miles or so. We'll be on 459. Yep. We're in Moody, Alabama right now, and we are headed for McAllen. That's where we're gonna get fuel. And then I'm going on to Dallas. Yep. Let's go. Here, folks, somebody going down the wrong side of the highway. Westbound looks like we got a Cadillac Escalade going east on the westbound side of the highway. That's just weird for that dude to be going the wrong way. I mean, it ain't like the roads are iced over. I can understand it when the roads, like the other day I was on that ice, the guy spun around hitting the fence. And then he was going the wrong way to get to an exit to get off. But there's no ice out here. There's no reason. I don't know whether I should call the police or not. I mean, I'm sure by the time the police get out here, he'll be already off an exit. I would hope so, but I don't know. I'm just glad he was over there in the left lane, not over here in my lane. But, any ever who, it is what it is. Alright, folks, here we are, 459. Yep. Okay. And now we're going to go to the left up here. It's about 35 miles over to the fuel stop. And I will be for sure putting on my shoes and pants to get out to fuel. It is 20 degrees. So it's showing 29 while I'm sitting still, but now that I'm moving, it's showing 20. Yeah, oh, wait, just bounced to 19. So yeah, it's cold. But again, at least the wind ain't blowing like yesterday. Alright, I'll get back. Alright, folks, we're about 12 miles from the fuel stop. Yep, 12 miles. It's still 19 degrees. I called 911 on that car going the wrong direction. They told me they already had a couple other calls on it, so yeah. I don't know whether they got them or not, but yeah, they've had a few calls on them. Anywho, I ain't even bothered looking at the weather going across to see what we're going to be running into. Vicksburg right now, Mississippi is 14 degrees. Yeah, ain't showing no snow or nothing, so that's good. Dallas is 28 degrees, and yeah, it's clear, not showing nothing. It's even 22 degrees at home in Florida. Yeah, buddy. Atlanta. 17 degrees, but no more snow. Monroe, oh great, 4 a.m. snow. Yeah, let's look at this radar. Let's see what we got. Don't look like a whole bunch of snow, but it does appear to be some. Oh shit. Yeah. Where I was stuck at in Arcadia. Yeah, they getting a good bit of snow over there right now. That's just great. All the way across, yep. Tyler, yeah. So it's off and on all the way through Shreveport, all the way to Tyler, Texas. Looks like snow. Yeah, once you get past Tyler, you're good. Oh boy. Where's Dallas? Dallas is clear. But we're gonna have it going across. But I'm sure by now they got the roads pretty well taken care of at this point. I imagine. I should hope so. If it dumps a bunch of snow in a short period of time, you've seen Louisiana last week, how bad it was. Louisiana ain't quick to get rid of the snow like Dallas. You know, Dallas or Texas, they took pretty good care of the roads. Louisiana, it took them a while. But it is what it is. Alright, I'll get back. Alright, folks. Here we are. Here we are. Man, this is wild. All the pumps are full right now. This time of morning. That's crazy. But it is what it is. Yeah, I'll go on and pull up to this cat here. Look like he's done. Yep, he's done. Alright, I'll get back with y'all. Well, folks, there we go. You know, they didn't have nothing out for breakfast yet. They had some damn chicken tenders and something else, but I didn't want that, so I bought some boiled eggs and a loaf of bread and made me some egg salad sandwiches. Yep, pretty good. I done pretty good. First time I ever make an egg salad, but it come out pretty good. Anywho, all right, I'll get back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Another one of them old 680s with Hurricane Express. Yeah. They moving into Kenworth world now. Yes, sir. Look pretty good. I wonder if that's the drive. Well, I talked to one of them drivers one day, and they said that he had bought 20 of them. But I still wonder if they must be all company trucks. The Kenworths. But anywho, alright, I'm eating my egg salad. I get back with y'all. Yeah, that was pretty good. I think I'm gonna have to do that more often. I might buy some more eggs later on and I'm going to make a whole bowl worth and put it in the refrigerator. That can be my breakfast every morning, egg salad sandwich. Yep. Anyhow, we about 15 miles from Tuscaloosa. Yep. Alrighty. Don't seem to be too much traffic out today. I don't know why. I mean, the weather ain't bad. It's cold. Yeah, it's down to 17 degrees now, but that's all it is cold. But anywho, yeah, I'll get back with y'all. Alright, folks, yeah, we going through Tuscaloosa, or almost through Tuscaloosa now. Yeah, right here's the last big exit. There's a couple more, but yeah. These are the main ones, 77 and 76, both have truck stops on them. And then we got about another, 3-4 miles up here, then there's, what is that? State road or county road something. But anywho, we're moving right along. Yep, still cold, but it's all good. Alright folks, I'll get back. We are 10 miles, 10 miles from Alabama or Mississippi state line. Alrighty folks, here we go. Right there, welcome to Mississippi folks. Local time is 6:05 and it is 17 degrees. Yep, still cold. But anywho, it is what it is. Yep. Alright, I'll get back to you. Alrighty, folks, we're coming into Meridian. Yep. It's gonna be Meridian. Yeah, all this snowy, icy weather these past couple weeks. But yet Mississippi ain't seen none. They've been right in the middle of, I don't think, maybe down on the Gulf Coast, down on the Gulf, I think they've seen some. I'm not sure, but I know the part that I run, they ain't seen none. Louisiana was hammered. Yesterday there was snow and shit in Alabama and Georgia and Carolinas. They was getting feet of snow in parts of the Carolinas, and I know Tennessee got up there, Cleveland, north of Cleveland, they got 6 to 12 inches. But yeah, Mississippi ain't seen none of it. But anywho, it is what it is. Yep. Now we got about 4.5 miles up here to the split where I-20 and 59 split apart. For those new subscribers, for the last 128 miles, we've been going west and south at the same time. But right now we're on 59/20. These mile markers you're seeing, like this exit right here, 152, That's for I-59. Now when we make the split up here, it's going to jump 18 miles. Yep. Then we go back to I-20 mile markers. The moon. Yeah, we got a full moon up there tonight. Or this morning, whatever you want to call it. But yep, it's pretty cool. Anywho, alright, I'll get back with y'all here in about 3 miles. Alrighty, here we are. Yep. Up here. It's going to be the split, and you'll see we go from 149 to 131 as far as mile markers. Zoom in over here where y'all can see the mile marker. Right there, you see it coming up. That is the 149. Now, we fix to make the split right here. And then the first mile marker after the split, right there is the 131. Which I don't know if y'all can read them or not. Anyhow, yeah. 18 miles we just jumped. We time traveled. Yeah. Anyhow, alright. I'll get back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Yep. Yeah, that one looks similar to the one I got yesterday. I don't know though. Yeah. I have to go back and look in the short recordings I got to see. But anyhow. Alright, I get back around 16 degrees. Oh, 15. Up 16. Yeah, it's bouncing back and forth. Anyhow, well, it's cold. Yeah, here's one of them Coronados. That's supposed to be the new classic, but yeah, not so much. It don't have the big hood. I mean, it's got a bigger hood than the standard Freightliner. It's squared off, but it ain't got the big classic hood. No. Anywho, alright, well, we 65 miles from Louisiana state line. Alrighty, folks. Yeah, we are in Jackson. Yep, it's gonna be Jackson. And yeah, got 48 miles to the state line. Oh, hey, we in a heat wave. It's come up 5 degrees. It's up to 21 degrees. Ooh, boy, what a deal. Yes, sir. Anywho, it is what it is. Yep. Oh. We're going into the bladder buster. We get to the road section. Yep, now we in the bladder Ladder Buster section. Yep. Oh boy. Yeah, look at the snow all over the road where it's falling off of people's cars and shit from the bumps, knocking it off. Yeah. Anywho. Alrighty. Well, now get big. Alright, folks, we are 4 miles from that mighty Mississippi. Yep. And then it's probably about 100 miles into Louisiana before I started seeing the snow on the radar. It was on the other side of Monroe. So I don't even know if it's still there. It's probably gone at this point. Yeah. Let's see. Vicksburg. Yeah, I don't see nothing even in Monroe. See, where I was seeing the snow this morning was around Arcadia, between Monroe, Arcadia, and Freeport. But there ain't nothing now. Yeah, there's nothing. So that's good. And all the snow is gone. Yeah. Back we go up here in about 3 miles. Alrighty, folks, here we are. Crossing the mighty Mississippi. Yep. And right in the center will be the state line. See the sign right there. Louisiana state line. Welcome to Louisiana, folks. Local time is 8:15 and it is 24 degrees. Yep. You'd think with all that ice and shit that they had, well, it didn't make it this far east though. So never mind. I was gonna say the Mississippi would have filled up some, but no, it didn't make it this far. Yeah, buddy. Hopefully rest area is open. I can take a break. I can use a break. Yep. Alright, I'll get back. Hey folks, right up here you see, so you know where we at. That's to be Rayville, Louisiana. Yep, let's go. Alrighty. And there's 4 peaks lined up there against the fence. Yeah, there's 4 flat tops lined up there on the fence. I wish I could have seen them before I got past there. Anywho, yeah. Yeah, we got to stop over here on the other side of Monroe and do a break. Anyhow, get to the other side of Monroe, we're gonna take a break. Yep. Anywho, yeah, I'll get back with y'all here in a few. Yeah, they still got snow and shit on the sides of the roads here in Louisiana. It ain't all melted off yet. It's been a week. You'd think by now most of it would be gone, but no. Yeah, they still got. See over there? Yep. The roads are good, but a lot of the fields and shit still covered. Anywho, yeah, look, you see a lot of trees come down too. Yeah, I mean, they're everywhere. Yeah. Anywho, yeah, they still trees laying. There's a lot of trees broke through here. Yeah, we got a rest area coming up. We're going to be stopping there and taking a break. Well, here's the rest area I pulled into and took pictures of. You go back a week or so ago. Yeah, about a week ago. I think, yeah, there's a thumbnail of this rest area. And I was parked right there to the left where it says, well, right there at the JB Hunt. And I was taking pictures of, yeah, that's a good looking Peterbilt right there. But I can't get in there. People parked illegal. Sirs. Anywho. Yep. Still got a lot of snow on the ground here. Alright, I'll get back with y'all. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about, yep. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about, yep. Alright, folks, well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Yeah. Hour and a half I've been here, but, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I ate me an egg salad sandwich, and I laid down, and next thing you know, it's an hour and a half. So evidently I was tired. Yep. Anywho, it's 4 hours and 20 minutes from here to Dallas. We got 4 hours and 55 minutes on the clock. So let's go. Let's get this done. It'll be about 4:30 when we get there. Yep. Alright, I'll get back with you. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop along the way up here somewhere and get me a Red Bull. need some energy. Right now I don't have there. But anyhow. It is what it is. Yeah, you can tell what side of the road gets sun and what side don't. Yeah. On this side of the road, yeah, you don't see no snow no more. But over on the other side where it's shady, yeah, still snow on the ground. Anywho. Alright. Now get back. Yeah, I just seen a pack of deer over here eating the grass on the right side of the road. There's about 6 or 7 of them, you know, it's daylight, and they on the side of the road. You don't normally see them out like that during the day. Well, it is hunting season too, so somebody might have run them out of the woods. I don't know. Man, it's cold back in the woods. You see it, the ground's probably still covered with snow and ice in the woods. They come out here to the side of the road to eat the grass. But anyhow, yeah, we ain't but 5 miles from where we spent that Saturday, Sunday, from the snow, the blizzard last week before, whatever the hell it was. I call it a blizzard. It wasn't a blizzard. It was it was more ice than snow, but you know, that winter storm. That's why they steal so much in the middle of the road on the side, because it was more ice than what it was snow. If it was all snow, it'd have done melted by now, but there's so much ice underneath it, that's what's holding it. But anyhow, alright, look at back. Yep, there's our exit that we spent all that time at. Right over here, you'll see the truck stop. Gap Farms. Yep, looking like normal again. Only about 6 trucks in the whole parking lot. That Saturday, Sunday, Monday, that place was packed. But anywho, alright, I'll get back with you. Well, rolled over trailer still laying there. It's been there for over a week. They just leave it there until they decide to go get it. Yeah, we here in Halton, folks. I'm gonna run in this pilot here and refill my drink, and yeah, give me some Red Bull. I know I probably shouldn't drink them, but I need them right now. Yep. Anywho, I'll get back with y'all when I get out of here. Yeah, last time I was here, it took 30 minutes to get in this parking lot, and it took me an hour that morning to get out. It's amazing what a week does. Yeah. And Yeah, this parking lot was solid ice then too. It ain't solid ice no more. Anyhow, all right, I get back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Yep, yep. Yeah, that's one of them old Troy Massey trucks, old tri-state vacuuming, or whatever they call it. I know it's tri-state, but anyhow, it's Troy Massey. The 389X. That's what that was. Yeah, he's got a couple of those black ones. I've just seen a white one. Yeah, yeah. Anyhow, it is what it is. We got 3.5 hours. We'll be in Dallas. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There's old classic. Yep, yep. Yeah, and that classic is what they brought out to that Coronado is supposed to replace that. It don't look nothing like that. But anyhow, I mean, Freightliner give it a hell of a shot, but yeah. It is what it is. All right, folks. I'll get back with y'all. All right, folks. Here we are getting on the 220. Yep, yep. Who remembers this from last week? I do know I put a short out right here, and all this was ice. Well, I was about a mile from here whenever I done the short. I was like, yeah, ice road truck in here on I-20. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. But, yeah. Anywho, there ain't no more ice road trucking. And evidently, whatever snow come through last night melted off pretty quick. Although it's still kind of cool, 43 degrees, but yeah, the sun's out pretty good. Yep, yep. Anywho. Alright, I'll get back with you. Yeah, the Red River looking a little nasty. I don't know, a bunch of stuff floating around in the river down there. Look like them old foamy shit floating around. I don't know. Yeah, there goes another tri-state truck. That was one of the black 389s that just went by. Anyhow, yeah. We are 7 miles from getting back on I-20. We got Cross Lake coming up here. Let's see how 49 looks. I know they didn't do no work on 49 the other day. They left the damn snow and ice just. Yeah, they did work on 220 and 20, but 49, which is clear now too. So yeah. I remember these ramps for 49 wasn't even touched. They weren't no tracks in them. Nobody had drove on them. But they all cleared up now. Yeah. All right, I'll get back with you. All right, here's Cross Lake, folks. Yep, yep. That ain't it pretty. Looks like glass out there today. Yeah. Anywho, You know, when they do that ice road trucking, when I watch that, lakes this size be freezing over and they drive across them. It's got to be downright cold for a long time to be freezing this much water. That's a lot of water. See that? That's the part of ice road trucking I don't think I can do. Now, the driving on the ice, you know, as far as the roadway, you know, being iced over, that's one thing. But crossing the water, I don't think so, Scooter. That's the part I'd have to say, I'm good. But no, I can't say. If I seen somebody else do it, I probably would. I'd follow another driver. I wouldn't be the guinea pig, that's for damn sure. But anyhow, all right, we're 2.5 miles from I-20. Well, here we are getting back on I-20. Yep. And we're about 12 miles now from the state line. Yep. Alrighty. I'll get back with y'all here in a bit. Alrighty, folks. Right up here is gonna be the state line. Yep. Alright. There, welcome to Texas, folks. Local time is 12:40 and it is 45 degrees. Yep. Let's go. And we got 185 miles to the yard. Yep. Alrighty, folks. Yeah, we're at the 571. This will be Tyler. Yeah, this is Tyler. And yeah. Trying to think of what I want to eat tonight. I know they got a Texas Best here, but that's expensive. But this is where I get my lasagna from, but it ain't lasagna day. Anywho, I think that's what ended up putting me in the hospital too. All that damn lasagna and then, yeah, with a gallon of Code Red every day. But anyhow, but you know, I've still been eating pasta, but you know, like when I was home, I made some roasted noodles. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Anywho. It didn't spike my sugar. I mean, yeah, it's up a little higher than normal, but not that much higher. Anywho, alright, I'll get back with y'all. Folks, right up here gonna beat off first Texas inspection station. Can't tell yet whether they open or closed. Looks like they are closed. Yeah, I don't see no flashing lights, so I think they're closed. But anywho, look at that peak going by. Yes, sir. Anywho, yeah. It is what it is. We got one more to go through before it's all said and done. We're 95 miles from the yard. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Yep. That's old Southern Pride. All their trucks are like that. Yeah. Every one of them I've seen, for the most part, they haul them. Well, I don't know if that's what they haul with this one. A lot of times they got them low boys and they haul them jet engines. But anywho, he is. Alright, I'll get back. Alright, folks, there's a second inspection station, and you see, it's all locked up. Yep. Oh, boy. Yeah, we just come to a stop, and literally, I mean, we didn't come to a complete stop. We got down to like 5 miles an hour, and then everybody took off again. I just don't understand how that happens. But anyhow, we're 49 miles from destination. 49 miles. Yep. And they signed back there that said Interstate 30 blocked all lanes at Highway 40 or in Interstate 45. So, which if we was to take 80 across, that's the way we would be going. But since we're going up here to 175, I don't think we have to worry about that. But anywho, it is what it is. We got 20 miles up here to 175, folks. 20 miles. Hey, folks, right around this corner here, we're gonna be catching 175. Yep. Once we get on 175, it's 29 miles to the yard. And yeah, there's a lot of traffic going that way, it looks like. Probably because of the fact that I-30 is closed. But we got to get over there, so there we go. We made it happen. Alright, I'll get back. We exiting right here. Here, 175. Let's go. Shit, my big old Bobo fingers, I hit the cancel button, canceled the camera and everything out. But anyhow, yeah. We're now on 175 and we got 28 miles to go. Well, it's hard to believe just, 7 days ago, all this was covered. Yep. It's just hard to believe. And now ain't no remnants of it at all. Oh wait, I just seen a little patch over there in the grass, but not much. Anywho. Yep. Alright, folks. Well, we getting close. Alrighty, folks. Right around the corner here. Yep. See the skyline. There we go. Got 19 miles from here. Yep. And the guy still got, we got an ambulance behind us. Then go on and let them go. There it goes. Get back with y'all. Oh boy. All this because I-30 is shut down, I reckon. I don't know. I mean, it is 3:15 on a Saturday, but maybe I should have stayed behind the ambulance. I'd have got right through the traffic. But it shouldn't be a problem. I mean, I-30 is the road to shut down, not 45, so I don't know why it's a problem. Oh, look at that old car over there. Look at the old Impala. Yes, sir. Anywho, well, sealed the deal for my day. I don't think with this traffic I'm not going to Waco. Nope. Sure ain't. Not 2 in the morning. Anyways, alright, I'll get back with y'all. Yeah, alright. This motherfucker, sorry, this asshole right here in front of me, I need to get his damn truck number, because this is one jackass I'm calling in on. This makes, he about took my damn hood off. Oh, got my damn blood pressure boiling right now. Anyhow, I'll get back with y'all. Not only did this jackass about take my hood off, but he's got no brake lights at all on this trailer. None. Oh my God. And I can't get around them. See, he just stopped. Did y'all see any brake lights? I sure didn't. And he's still on the brake with no brake lights. And he's on the brakes again, no brake lights. Oh God, I gotta get from behind this dude. I'll get back with y'all. Yeah, the old Southern Refrigeration trailer for Southern Refrigeration is closed. Because I did look up the company. I didn't see what truck it was pulled, who was pulling. All I can see is the trailer, and it's old Southern Refrigeration trailer. And I looked them up, and they're closed. So I don't. He's got no brake lights. He's driving like an idiot. I mean, if I hadn't locked on the brakes earlier when he come, he just pulled up there and dove in. He didn't even bother to look. He just dove in. It amazes me how so many jackasses get CDLs. But anyhow, it is what it is. Alright. I'll get back with y'all. Hey folks, yeah, we're 13 miles. 13 miles from destination. Alrighty folks. Here's all the flags. Which, I don't know, there's a glare in my phone for some reason. Can't really see them. But anyhow, we're 6 miles from destination. 6 miles. Hey folks, right up here is gonna be our exit. Yep. Valley View Lane has to be our exit. Get off here, you stay to the left, go to the right at the light. Second left, and we'll be on the yard. Oh look, there's still some snow sitting under the overpasses here. Well, that ain't snow, that's ice, but yeah. Still some here. That's the first remnants of any I've seen in a while right here in Dallas. Yep. All right, I'll get back. All righty, folks. Here we are. Yep. And it is another load successfully delivered. That's right. It has made it to the yard. All right, I'll get back with y'all. But y'all hear that? It's nice and quiet when I turn. I ain't got that squealing ass steering box. Yeah. Although the steering wheel being all crooked has got me messed up, but it is what it is. Anywho, yeah, we're gonna back straight across here. Alright, I'll get back. Alright, folks, yeah, we're gonna go over here and get some dinner and then we're gonna park. So, yeah. I'm gonna go on and end this video right here. If you made it this far, thanks for watching TTVE, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.